We know Activision likes to give us just good guns, but just throw a thermal on it. We all know what MP7 I'm talking about. With that being said, utilizing the gunsmith in just more creative ways in Warzone would be so nice. Imagine having this M4 off rip. It's not OP, but it's still good. And you know what? It's not gonna have no stupid thermal, or it's gonna have some barrel or the lightweight suppressor, something hurting your range. Everything is basically pretty good. You get a barrel that has decent range. You have no stock, which just gives you ADS speed and more mobility, with the downside of more recoil, and then just a 50 round mag. You know, something simple and nice, but yet it's still usable and fun to use, and nice change of pace. So all these weapons I'm talking about would be ground loot, but they would all have like one of these attachments. You know, like if it's a gray version, it has nothing. If it has a green version, it has like a barrel or an extended mag, whatever. And then there's a rare version which has 3 attachments. So that's what I'm basing this video off of. So this could be one of the ground loot snipers and a legendary one as well, because this is just a straight blueprint, right? Has like all things base. It has some good things for range, has extended barrel, and then it has attack laser, like all helpful things. And then adding the HDR is also ground loot, and the base HDR just having like attack laser, just that, and then like having the rare version have like all 3 of these attachments would be very nice. And another weapon on the ground would be the base growl. We haven't had the growl as ground loot, and that would be just such a nice change of pace. And then especially if you put attachments like these for like the rare version, where you get like a monolithic suppressor, you get a shorter barrel with the helps with ADS speed, and then you get like a 5 milliwatt. Like, that'd be pretty cool. And the #1 weapon I would love to be on the ground as ground loot would be the MP5, the Modern Warfare MP5. And I think with these attachments right here, it'd be good. It's not going to be overpowered, and you're still going to feel like, okay, I can slay out with this, and it's just going to be nice. Now, knowing Treyarch, they'd probably put like maybe a couple of these things, and then they would throw on the freaking thermal, of course. And then moving on to the LMGs, I only included one LMG in here, and then the fin we haven't had on the ground yet. So on the fin, I just have these 3 attachments, and these 3 attachments, and again, the goal for these guns would be like, they're still usable, they're good, they're more creative, but yet they're not like overpowered, and it's not like you don't need a loadout, you know? And then having the Fennec as ground loot would also compete with the MP5, so it kind of keeps it in check there. And that's the same thing with the Grau and the M4. Like, they kind of keep each other in check, but yet they're still not overpowered, and it'd be just really nice. And it feels like you kind of have a fighting chance if you just have ground loot. Like, if you're landing late, it'd be such a nice change of pace. And then last but not least, these are like the guns where, you know, like, you get out of the legendary box and you're like, okay, this is the best ground gun that I can find currently, and I'm not giving this up for another one unless I find a custom. And I'd be going with the M13, and I'd be going with the M13 with these attachments. I think it'd be banging. And again, with all these attachments, I'm trying to be like a little bit more creative and try to think outside the box, where, you know, they're not being overpowered, but yet they're still usable, and, you know, they feel good. And then last but not least, we have the Val, the AS Val. This thing would shred, and with these attachments, it would still be good, but not overpowered. And then also we have to throw on one, and then, you know, in Treyarch fashion, they would have to throw on one useless attachment, which would be the aiming stability. These are just a couple of guns that I think would be super nice if they just added into the game. It'd really change the variety and the way that the first half of Warzone plays, and these guns would be good but not overpowered, and they'd be competing with each other, and they're not clashing. And it's not like, oh, you don't need even a loadout, like way back when the FAL was really good and all you needed was an FAL and you could just destroy anybody with a loadout. These would be kept in check, because like even their counterparts as ground loot would still be good, and they'd be competitive with each other. Now obviously I did just use Modern Warfare guns because that's just what I used for my example, but there's clearly some good guns that you can use from Cold War. So there's a lot of things that they could do. They could either bring back the XM4 and put good attachments on it. Please don't give me iron sights, because I think the iron sights on that thing are atrocious. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment down below, let me know what guns you would like to see in Warzone, and what attachments you'd like to have on them. It'd be so sick to hear from you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace.
See you later, guys. Bye.